right, Adeshimama, former member of parliament, yes, Samuel Atta Kyea, just in Pieso, Ene Apawaso, Ede Insembi Abetuja, Efa, a year aspirants for no or campaign so far or more na ye henso a Gina Doctor Mahmoud Bawumia, Ene Kennedy Akompreko, a Japan. Now, I say, was swan so, and I was so and sa, now who a year dear emodu. Nina and I say, what just say, campaign obia ayen. Kennedy accompany Japan HSL or factories, ne track records, a whole lot in Sembebrina and a orca. Or say, shouting doesn't mean say, like, oh, leading ability, and I say, who deserve it, say, oh, yeah, fact bearer. Na say ohwea nkofo mienu ya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ewo intelligence eche eye Kennedy akompreku e Japan because the way Kennedy ekasa me was say ne entwakwan ebisia Atachia aka ensem bebrea o che say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ena eko yemorem na yekotie ensem ne bi embra.
So this is what it is.
So what is then the guarantee that Mahamadou Bawumia becomes president and will not do the same thing Akufo-Addo did, bring some finance minister in who can create this kind of crisis?
Well, because he will understand the situation more than whoever the finance minister is. And when the finance minister is being wayward and is not, pushing the government's program, he's the one to checkmate him and even, direct him as to what should be done. You see, when they bring the budget to Parliament, as I intimated earlier on, it is under the authority of the president.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was not an economist. This is the glory of Ghana. This is the first time you're going to have economists in the saddle. What is the economic management team going to do that Bawumia does not understand already? Now, even people are talking about how, NDC is leveraging on his ideas. And at full throttle, they are talking about, we buying gold and, the foreign exchange situation is better. So guess what? It's not a factory we are talking about. If you have a couple of factories, that does not qualify as a president. But you have large ideas, humongous ideas.
But if you don't have large ideas, you can't put factories up.
Oh, goodness me. You have 3 factories.
Yeah, you need large ideas to put up.
And you have a factory.
Yeah.
And you have a hotel. That is a qualification of becoming a president of the country.
No, I don't know. I'm not saying.
Goodness me. That's a poor judgment of who is really, really, really
But
prepared.
at least it shows a man who has been able to put up some edifice, some infrastructure.
Let me tell you that.
It's different from a man who's been sitting in an office and churning out ideas.
If you want to see leadership, Dr. Nkrumah did not own a factory. But Kosomo Dam because of good ideas. So when you service a small need, it doesn't mean that you can service the larger need of the people. What was the pocket size of Kwame Nkrumah? You have people who are in the primaries bragging about their financial. I laugh at that. How much money did Nkrumah have?
Or even Dankwa.
Buzia. And the Buzia. And look at what I heard that was very funny. A gentleman called Park Grant. He was the money bag of our tradition.
Yes.
Nevertheless, they didn't see money as everything. They said that the one who has leadership power, the intellectual ability, and the vision to lead our group was the one who had less money than the money man. So we shouldn't gamble with what is going on.
Somebody will say,
yes,
but this is why we are where we are.
Are you sure?
So we should have a new direction.
What is the new direction?
Something different. Something like what Bawumia represented in 2016.
The lottery of going to start at a zero.
I can agree with that.
The people who have not been marketed. The people that...
That's a good point.
The people that have not, assessed their personality. Let me give you one example. There's somebody who is my very good friend. But the person was in government and he said, for all the powers I willed, I'll go and buy national hotels. And that was in the wake of the election. And see the anger of the trade unions. How do you explain that? You understand? Somebody shouting also that.
You are referring to Brian Achampon's
Of course.
case of.
And we won't give you the presidency. And those kind of, excuse me to say, so people should mature. It's with time. I'm not saying that they can't be president. They should grow into the presidency. They should peak into the presidency. As Bawumia has seen it all. Who has seen it all more than Bawumia? Who has the competencies of governance more than Bawumia? Talk about it. But I don't see how you can use your 3 factories to compare with Bawumia's intellectual capital and governmental experience. That is embarrassing. You could shout on your factory workers, but as we are here now, you can't be shouting on Ghanaians for results. I felt that you want somebody who's bold. I said, look, you're saying that shouting tantamounts to boldness? What a poor logic. When a man is shouting and a man is angry, then it means he's a brave man. Even the braver man, Jerry John Rawlings, he came under the governance of the Constitution. He brought his emotional turmoil. He had plenty emotional turmoil, my former client, and came under the governance of the Bible of Ghana, the Constitution. So there's a very civilized way of running government. And it's not this, insulting behaviors, chubu mentality, trying to flaunt your factory or flaunting your hotel and the rest of it.
Somebody will say again that, Atta,
yes,
this is why we are where we are.
Well,
because of all this is how to run a country. You don't shout on a country. This is why we are where we are, and America is where it is.
I don't think any Ghanaian prayed for COVID.
No, nobody.
Goodness me. And then the whole of the economy of the world via COVID, dwindled by 3%. The data is there.
That's significant.
Why do we forget easily? The many rivers Akufo-Addo had to cross, and by extension Ghanaians, and the pain of what he went through. He said, look, let's have this cruel argument. We want to win at all costs and let Bawumia carry the burdens of the world so we look good. You has not been tried and tested. You cannot even package a good, legal document to buy a factory, to a hotel.
He's not a lawyer.
Well, that makes it worse for him then. Why didn't he hire one? Because you are a minister. And when a minister is around, excuse me to say, you are under public scrutiny. So that audacity that is going to buy, hotels. It was not part of our laws, and people were chewing on it. It was a serious matter. If you care to know, it dominated the electoral space for a long time. Say, let Bawumia be the carrier of all these things, so we look good. That's most embarrassing. This is not an argument they should make, but let me see who compares with him in terms of the indexes I've given you. His international appeal.
Let's take a final round of text messages and then we'll be wrapping up on this program. Atta Kyea is very articulate for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Ella, what are people saying?
People still seem to be having very divisive views on who to vote for and who not to vote for. Kwame says, ask ya whether Edu Boahen, Kufuor and Nanado in their first attempt had insiders campaign against them. Kwame Sapon also says, the government generally lost touch with the people in 2024 because of Ken Ofori-Atta, the cathedral, and the promiscuity of appointees, the great propaganda about the president traveling on an expensive plane. All these things did bring the MPP down. Also from Master Planner, he says, Lawyer Bafo is a top-notch lawyer. I really admire him, but I wish he disconnected DMB all the way, number 3 on the ballot. Again, also from Jonathan, he said, Paul, could you please ask Atta to actually give us facts instead of just his opinions? Interesting. This one also says, I think Atta is saying the truth, and it is obvious Ken Ofori-Atta has opposed the gold for oil. This is because I listened to Bawumia carefully, and in giving praises to the team that brought out the policy, he never mentioned Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta. The realities are definitely clear. Honorable Atta gets says, I want to listen to him all night. This one is from Nana Osei. And lastly, from Eric Ebu, he says, is Atta confirming that DMB was only an assistant? Then we are sorry. We cannot entrust Ghana to his care because he has no human management or administrative experience. Interesting take on that. Back to you, Paul.
Mm-hmm. That's very interesting. Okay.
He doesn't understand who a vice president is under the Constitution. There's only one president, I'm afraid. And if you want to survey the Constitution and say that, immediately become the vice president, push aside the president and probably his minister for finance, and then begin to run the nation. That is a glorified coup d'etat. And you stop talking about those things. I mean, it doesn't sit well with the tenets of our democracy and the Constitution. Bawumia was never the president. If we gave him the chance, that thing is said, people do not understand it. It means that when I'm in charge, you will see a difference. And the difference is right staring at us in the face. We shouldn't gamble and look at these individuals.
So your word to delegates is that elect Bawumia number 3 on the ballot.
Without apology. And I'm saying that it's even divine. We have God the Father, who is also God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. They've placed him at number 3. It's divine that this man should be rewarded with that position for Ghana to take the benefit. He's so loaded a man that we can't just see him and gamble with people who are not trying to even manage their emotions. It's too expensive.
If Bawumia doesn't win, what's Atta Kyea going to do? Say, and what will be it?
Well, perish the thought. If he doesn't win, I'm still MPP. I'm not going anywhere. And what I have to do to get whoever the flag bearer to try his very best, as we all rally behind the person, to boot out NDC and not to give NDC, if you like, a third term. I'm going to work towards that. I'm afraid the one who can add 9% to 41.7% is my candidate, Bawumia. And the arithmetic is so compelling, it takes personal ambition to just ignore.